I like it.
Hey, there we go. So yeah, we got that going for us, which is nice. Yeah, what are we doing here? This is a whole new thing. Hey, we're back, and you guys should be, let's see, let's go through some announcement stuff first. Some announcement stuff. One, we've got I am currently working with another guy on a new episode of Geekvice Gaming. We're testing recordings. We're getting close to having that all wrapped up and understanding exactly what we're doing. So it'll be time to start recording, and that means there'll be a whole bunch of episodes coming up. Because when we play, it'll be like we'll probably play for a couple hours at a time, and so that'll end up getting broken up into a bunch of smaller episodes. So there will be a lot more stuff on the YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, or you haven't been to the YouTube channel, go check it out, because it's cool.
So cool.
And then let's see, what else do we got? You guys should check out the podcast arcade. That's the other announcement that I wanted to throw out there. I don't feel like we've plugged them nearly enough. And Eddie was on a couple episodes ago, and he's super cool and does some super cool stuff. So go check out thepodcastarcade.com. Go check out all the shows on our network, and yeah, throw some love their way. So, Kip, you have had to have done something over the last week. What have you done over the last week? Anything? Work? Travel?
I have not traveled, which is pretty awesome. Last week was my first full week in the office in almost a month.
Jeez.
I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. I cannot recommend spending an entire week in the office. But I did it, survived. I don't think I have to travel until February, so fingers crossed that holds.
Yeah. That. Where are you going in February? Are you gonna go up to Omaha?
Lincoln.
Yeah, going to Nebraska in February. That's the only thing worse than that's going to like Minnesota in February.
Yeah, once you cross, the Iowa state line there from Missouri.
Yeah.
You just don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, it could be all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe I won't travel in February. I don't know. Maybe it'll snow and I don't have to go.
I'll have to find out. I've got to go to Omaha, but I think it's after the first of the year. So I got to go up there for training for my work. So I'll have to let you know when that is and see if maybe both of us are up there at the same time. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, weirder things have happened. I'm sure something in my schedule would require me to be in Omaha that day.
Get up there and maybe get up there and do a little get together with some of the other podcast Arcadians that are in the Omaha area. That would be fun.
I agree. We don't do that enough.
No, we don't. No.
You and I being in the Kansas City area, we don't get to see the others as much as we would like.
Hell, you and I don't get to see each other nearly enough.
The wife and I were talking about that at dinner time today, and I can't remember the last time you and I were actually in close physical proximity to each other. We went to lunch over by your office, but I can't remember.
I can't remember when that was.
I think it was summer.
I feel like it was. I feel like it was summertime. So but yeah, it's been too long. It's been too long.
Way too long.
And I can't even say. We haven't been able to play board games in a while. So yeah, we definitely need to get back together and do some board gaming.
Yeah, I checked my Board Game Geek app the other day,
Yeah.
and the last time I played a board game was November 8th.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah.
Today is
That,
December 5th,
yeah.
so
That's a month for you. That's a long time. That's a really
it is.
long
I won't be
time.
playing this week, so hopefully next week.
You can get some gaming in.
It's rough, man. You know, I did the whole board game challenge where picked 5 games that I wanted to play 10 times each.
Yeah.
So a total of 50 plays. I have 20,
Oof. Oof.
and I
Not
have
even
less than a month
halfway.
left. I
Oh.
have 26 days left to play 30 board games. Play board games 30 times. It's not looking good.
Yeah. It sounds like you need to take the rest of the month off and just play board games every day.
I am taking the last week of the month off,
So maybe you can
and
get to halfway.
yeah. So, and we are talking about putting a board game day together. So,
Nice.
maybe we can get a full day in, and maybe I can get one or two of my games on the challenge played. Who
There you go.
knows?
There you
My
go.
problem was I picked games that are not short in time frames,
Yeah.
like Scythe. That takes a while. Shadows over Camelot takes a little while. Viticulture takes a little while. It's hard to get those to the table.
Yeah. Uh, I've been I found a digital copy of Scythe on Steam that I'm looking at. It's like $20, so it's like half the price of the actual game. And I was thinking about pulling the trigger and getting that and playing through that because the game just looks like so much fun.
I
So
love that game. I really do. It's a Stonemeyer game, so it's a worker placement, engine builder, resource management, all kind of wrapped up into one, and I
yeah,
love that.
that's cool. I'm
I
looking at.
have
Go ahead.
I have 2 Stonemeyer games. I have Viticulture and Scythe.
Mm.
So I'm a fan.
Yeah, the so on the board game note, looking at possibly adding a 2, possibly 3 games to our collection here at the house for
Oh yeah?
Christmas. Yep, looking at getting um, Flashpoint,
Oh
which
yeah.
is the cooperative firefighter game,
Yep.
because my kids like the cooperative games. And I like playing the cooperative games with them because then they don't fight over who wins and who loses. Um, and then looking at, so next summer we're going on a vacation up to the Northwest and going to the Oregon, Washington area. And we're going
Going Bigfoot hunting?
to, kind of, yeah, we might actually do that. We are going to plan on going hiking up there, so I'm sure we'll run into him. I will say hi for you.
Please do. If you can get his autograph, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. The but we're gonna fly out there and then rent a car, and so it's like, well, you're gonna end up getting a layover at some point, or you're gonna need to kill some time somewhere. So I was
Yeah.
looking for a couple of smaller board games that I could take with me. I've already got like Oregon Trail, which works out really good, comes in a small box. So I was looking for some small like card type games that I could take, and so I think I'm gonna get Star Realms uh, and
Okay.
One Deck Dungeon. Have you
Oh
played?
yeah, I've played One Deck Dungeon.
That one looked really cool, and it comes in a box. It looks like it comes in a box about the size of Oregon Trail, so something small that can fit in a backpack, easy to take on a plane. Something you could break out when you're, sitting at a layover or something like that, trying to kill some time. So
Absolutely, and it's easy to play. It's easy to learn.
yeah, that's what it looked like. So um,
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy that. I haven't
and
played Star Realms, so I don't know.
yeah, Star Realms looks like a lot of fun. It's kind of like it's a deck building game that is like battling like space battles. You're you're trying to build your space fleet per se. So I like deck building games. My older son likes deck building games. So we're gonna look into getting that, give that a try.
Hell yeah. Be curious to see what you think of it. Maybe you and I can play if you get it sometime.
There you go. And it plays, I've been told that it plays fairly quick, less than an hour gameplay. And since it's small and it's a 2-player game, you can get expansions to have more, to add more players to it. But a 2-player game, maybe it's something, worst case, you and I get together over lunch and play it. So
there you go. Now we're talking.
now we can make it happen. Um, But on on a different note here, finally got to play some video games and got to finish some video games. I've been playing a lot of different games, but this one I actually got to finish, and I finished. It's gonna make me sound really old because the game came out a long time ago. It came out in 2015. I'm finally finishing it 3 years later.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Well, in the video game world, it is because there's already been there's already 2 more games that have come out since this one, and I don't own either of those. But for anyone who's listened to this podcast, any previous episodes, they know that I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed and the games. I've played almost all of them. There's three of them that I haven't played, and 2 of those are brand new games that just came out in the last 2 years. Haven't made it to those yet. But Assassin's Creed Syndicate takes place in 1868, which is the Victorian England time period. Right around like the end of the Second Industrial Revolution. So it's really kind of cool because it's a different look from a lot of the other games. This is the first one where guns are actually pretty prominent in the world, and so it kind of gives you like a steampunk vibe. Really kind of cool.
Nice.
I like the look of it. It's not, there's no futuristic tech necessarily, but it just has that look and feel of steampunk.
Cool.
Also, it's also kind of cool. This is the first Assassin's Creed game that has 2 main playable characters, and one is it's Jacob and Evie Fry. They are twins, brother and sister twins, and most games when you have 2 main characters like that, you pick one of them and you play through that. Like that's the one you play with, and the other one was just there if you wanted to pick them. But in this game, you can actually switch between characters when you're not in a mission, and certain missions require one or the other. So it's basically 2 storylines going within this single game, and they kind of start together, they veer apart, they cross occasionally. So it's really kind of interesting. It was a very it was really kind of neat with the way they told the story. It did have some quirks to it. So Assassin's Creed games are kind of open world, and you can go find your missions and do your missions whenever you want. You don't have to necessarily do missions in the right order.
Which is my favorite way to do it.
It's a lot of fun, and when you have one character doing a mission, doing this and then doing something else, like it's pretty easy to make everything feel like it still fits together in the singular story. But when you have 2 characters that have 2 different personalities, it is a little bit more difficult. And there's some quirks to it where, after I get past a certain mission, it pops up with, hey, here's 3 or 4 story missions that you can do. Pick which one you want to do. Well, if you go pick one, that's with Evie, and maybe that one, the way that story starts, doesn't make sense, or that mission starts. But if you would have done this other mission first, it would have made more sense. So there are a few of those little quirks, but overall not terrible. Still made it a lot of fun to play. still had um still had lots of side quests. You had side quests that had like all kinds of different famous people. You could get missions from Charles Dickens. You could get missions from Charles Darwin. You get missions from Alexander Graham Bell, Karl Marx, Florence Nightingale, like all
Dang.
like all these different people are out there. There's even Frederick Aberline is in the game too. And if you're a fan of Jack the Ripper, you will recognize that name. He was one of the investigators known for investigating the Jack the Ripper case. So it was really kind of funny, and that you even get an appearance by Queen Victoria, and that was really cool too. Um, so it was a lot of fun, really fun game. The final mission, the final battle between you and the Templar was probably the most well done final battle that I played. And the fact that you played as both characters it was awesome. It was probably the best way they could have done it, to where you went into the battle with one character, then that character gets taken, is getting beat up or tied, grappled and held, so he can't do anything, and it immediately switches you to the other character and makes you have to run in and try to free the character that got caught. It was great. It was really well done. It was. I was a little worried going into it. I'm like, oh, how is this going to work with both characters there? But they did a really good job with it. Um, and then the best part, and for me, what I think the best part of it is when you beat the story, you are not done with the game. Even if you would have done every side mission and met every different other person there and had gotten all the way done with the game before you did the final story mission, you meet Queen Victoria. She tells you that she's going to need your help, and now that's when you get all her missions. And so you get to keep playing the game. I just thought that was really well done. Very well played out.
That's nice.
Because it always sucks.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It always sucks when when you go to play a game and you build up your character so far, you beat the game, and then you're like, oh, now I gotta start all over.
Yeah, but I like the open world. So I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, have you?
So
I'm jealous.
That game should be rated C for comedy, and only because of the way I play the game. Because I haven't fully memorized muscle memory the controls. So I've done some stupid shit.
I believe it.
I went and successfully stole a stagecoach and did all this stuff, and then I'm just trotting along on a horse down this pathway, and there's this lady pinned under a horse. So I get off the horse, I help her get out from under the horse and save her. And then when you talk to somebody, you kind of point your character at them, and then you pull the left trigger, and then it gives you a menu of things to say or do. I pulled the right trigger and shot her.
I saw that coming.
Luckily, I didn't kill her, and she just ran away. But it's like, and I'd love to say that's the first time I've done something like that, but it's not.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've heard so many good things about that game.
It's a great game.
Oh, I want to play that game so bad. I want to play that game.
If you liked that Assassin's Creed game you were talking about, you'll really like this.
Oh yeah, I want to play that game so bad that I almost during Black Friday I almost purchased a PS4.
No kidding. Dang.
Yeah, because that's the only way I can play Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
At least right
Well,
now. They keep saying that
yeah.
it's going to come out for PC, but they said that about the first one too, and it never happened.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I don't care. All I know is
You get to
the
play.
game's a lot of fun, even when you screw up. One of my missions, I was going into town, and there was this guy who his horse broke away from his buggy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to go up and talk to the guy, and he says, "Hey, my horse escaped. Can you help me?" And then you go get the horse and bring it back. Well, I did that successfully, went into town, and then got killed. So I had to start that mission over. And this time, I went back to talk to the guy, and I pulled the wrong trigger again. I aimed my gun at him, and he ran away. So I couldn't save his horse for him. And so I went on into town and did my thing. I accidentally killed a guy on the street and then became wanted dead or alive. I had to pay a $300 bounty to get that cleared.
Oh, that's funny.
And then I witnessed a fist fight in the street, and then I walked over to the guy that got knocked out or killed. I can't remember which one it is. And one of the options that popped up was loot. So I looted the body, but there was people standing there watching me. So they called the authorities, and I had to run away. Luckily, there was no bounty attached to that one, so I got off easy on that. There's one time we were sneaking up on the rival gang, and I couldn't remember what the button push was to duck, and I fired my gun while we were trying to sneak.
Nice.
Started the fight a little prematurely.
That's what she said.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, did you already shoot? Yes, I did. But I also was riding my horse and a deer ran into me. Don't know how that happened. That was kind of funny. I also had I think it was a rabbit or a badger. I was galloping down the path, run out in front of me and trampled it. Yeah, so if you play the game just to do stupid shit, there's plenty to do. If you want to play the game serious, learn the controls.
Know the difference.
I don't play it
between...
enough to have them down pat.
Yeah.
So I'll end up shooting an innocent person or pointing a gun at somebody when I'm supposed to be talking to them. The amazing thing that I did do was when we stole the stagecoach, I was supposed to go through this house without waking anybody up and loot it, and I did it successfully.
Ooh, nice.
Don't ask me how. I didn't accidentally fire my gun. Nothing. I actually went in, thankfully I found like $600. And then with my cut of it and what I'd already looted from other people, I had the $300 because I needed it later when I accidentally shot somebody and had to pay a $300 bounty, so I was no longer wanted dead or alive. So if you have a PS4, I highly recommend this game.
Oh, hey,
what I really should do is record me playing it because it's embarrassing.
Yeah, that would actually be really funny. You should just a little bit. Just record a little bit of it.
Yeah, the thing is I don't know when I'm going to do something stupid.
Okay, well here's the thing. Just record just when you start playing, because I know you got PS4 will just record the stuff right there for you. Just start recording it. Then send me the video file, and I will clip out the funny stuff for the Geekvice channel, because that has got to be hell. I'll sit there and watch it. That'll be entertaining. That'll be funny. You don't even need the commentary to go with it. I'll do voiceover for you. That'll be great.
Yeah, I don't even have to complain because the characters do it enough for me. You know, I've done things like walk off a cliff and died. Uh, ran into another horse and it pushed me off a bridge and I died. Shot people on accident. Got into a fist fight. Couldn't remember the buttons to push. Got my ass handed to me. Only to realize that later, as in the upper right hand corner of the screen, it told me what buttons to push.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm
That
a
is
professional
great.
gamer.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it. I
Yeah.
believe it.
So I should play Assassin's Creed, and you should play Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah. You should try Assassin's Creed. I think you might have fun with that one. It's big open world with missions that start, and then the missions are a little more the even this game, like the missions aren't linear either. It's the area at which you might interact in might be a little bit smaller than the open world, but it's not that much smaller. It just basically just to keep you focused to finish the mission
Gotcha.
once you start. But you can also, once you start a mission, you can actually run away, and if you just run too far away from the mission, it just tells you, oh, you don't want to do this mission, and it just ends it. And you can go back and do it later.
Ah,
So
gotcha. Well, the only Assassin's Creed I've even attempted is Black Flag, I think it was called.
the one with the pirates.
Yes. And
Mm-hmm.
so at the beginning of the game, this is how sad I am. You end up on an island.
Yep.
I couldn't figure out how to get off the island, so I quit the game and never played it again.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad. Although that
I
is
couldn't
kind
figure
of
it out.
there are some points in those games where they don't really give you much direction. You have to figure it out, whether it's a puzzle or how to get to a certain area. So yeah, there's definitely some frustrations that can come from those. So
Yeah, but the worst part about it is like it's the first thing you do in the game,
yeah,
and then I couldn't move to the second thing you do in the game.
and I remember that part too, and I think I even had troubles with that one, like because it was you had to find there was a body there that you ended up having to think, if I remember right. It's been a while since I
Yeah.
played that one, but
And this was before I discovered YouTube videos to help you get through difficult video game sections.
yeah.
So I, you know, if I knew then what I know now, I probably would have played the game more.
And you probably would have
But
enjoyed it because that one was fun. That's
yeah,
probably one of
I
their
I
best
got it
ones.
mainly because how much you enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
then I sucked completely at the first thing to do.
Yeah, it happens. Well, other than video games, there's been some movie news come out here. Um, haven't gone to see any movies. Have you gone and seen any movies lately?
No, I did.
Yeah.
We did buy tickets for Aquaman.
Oh yeah, which that's coming out here soon.
Yeah, so
Um,
like the 20th or something like that, we have tickets to go see it.
yeah, my youngest one, Conley, wants to go see that too, and it was funny. He made that comment while Amber and I were sitting on the couch because it came on during like football on Sunday, and Amber goes, "Well, I'll take you to go see that movie." And I looked at her and I'm like, "Really?" Like I know exactly why she wants to go see it. She wants to see Jason Momoa without his shirt on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But hey, um,
Right, and if we, as the males in the relationship, want to see a movie because a female actress we like goes with their shirt off,
yeah,
that's bad.
yes, yeah.
But if it's Jason Momoa, Jason Statham,
Total double standard. Damn
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm
But
not bitter or anything though.
no, no, not at all. We were talking about going to see the new Grinch movie by DreamWorks. That actually looks like a lot of fun. So
Yeah, I think it's a step up from the Jim Carrey one. That's at least it looks like
well,
it will be.
you can't take a step back from the Jim Carrey one. That one was pretty bad. I didn't like that one. I don't know. It was something about it. Just
Well,
didn't
yeah.
work for me.
Yeah.
But enough about that stuff. We were supposed to get
Aw.
Avengers 4 today, trailer, and that would have been awesome. We were going to talk about that, but it didn't come out. It's going to come out on Friday. The news is that Disney and Marvel pulled the trailer from getting released. It was supposed to get released during Good Morning America today, but because of the day of mourning for George Bush, uh, they decided to pull the trailer, push it to Friday. So
Which I totally agree with.
yeah,
I totally agree with the decision.
yeah,
So I'm
I'm
not
okay with it.
begrudging them that.
No, it's a bummer because that's why we waited till Wednesday to record, because we'd have 2 trailers in here, but we only got one. We'll pick up Avengers 4 next week. We'll definitely talk about that. But what we do have for you tonight is the Captain Marvel trailer number 2, which we get to see a whole lot more. And if you haven't seen it, this is the time where we tell you pause the show and go watch it and then come back. But you don't even have to do that, because if you're watching us on YouTube and if you're listening to the podcast, you're going to have to hit play on your own because I can't control you. But if you're watching us
Not
on
yet.
YouTube, all you got to do is look right down here and we're going to have the trailer for you. So, anything you want to throw out there before we start this trailer?
There's no nudity.
There's no nudity in the trailer.
Or
No.
in the movie, I have a feeling. So I'll
Yeah.
still see it. But
I'm really looking forward to it. So here we go. Here's the trailer, guys.
So Skrulls are the bad guys. And you're a Kree, a race of noble warriors.
Heroes. Noble warrior heroes.
Your life began the day it nearly ended. We found you. With no memory, we made you one of us. So you could live longer, stronger, superior. You were reborn.
I keep having these memories. Something in my past is the key to all of this.
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see.
That's a yes or no
I
question.
like that part.
Yes.
I like
Would you like to
CGI
know
Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
what you really are.
I think I had a life here. What aren't you telling me?
You've come a long way, but you're not as strong as you think. This war is just the beginning.
I'm not gonna fight your war. I'm gonna end it.
Aren't you the cutest little thing?
Aren't you cute? And what's your name, huh?
Fury.
What's you? I'll be back.
All right. So March is what we have to wait for. But that's not too long to wait.
No, it'll go by fast. Okay, so when I saw the first trailer,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, it's the sneak peek, it's first trailer. It's tempered a little bit. My excitement was not high.
Right.
I'll admit it.
Sure.
So I was pumped about the second trailer coming out. I still have to admit, to me, it's not a great trailer. I want to see the movie. I think the special effects and everything looks kick-ass,
Yes.
but there's something missing in this trailer. I don't know what it is for me, but it's not like, woo, I got to see that again. It's like, yeah, I guess I'll wait till March and see the movie.
I can get that. I can get that. There. Yeah, I think the visuals of this was what I enjoyed the most. I loved seeing the fact that she's got multiple costumes. I like the fact that because at the beginning she's in the trailer, she's in the green
Right.
Kree type uniform, and then at the end she's in the red, blue, and gold. Um, very patriotic type look, and so I really like that. I also kind of like the fact that it the trailer doesn't look like an origin story. The trailer looks like um hey, you're already this person but you just don't know who you are type thing. More of a, you know, kind of similar to how I think they kind of almost I hate comparing it to this, but kind of like a Spider-Man Homecoming type feel.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Where the character's
Yeah.
already there, powers are already established.
It could almost be like a second movie feel to it instead of the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I gotta say I love Samuel L. Jackson. The way they have him in this, he looks really young. So I'm curious to see if
CGI, baby.
yeah, how much CGI they've done to make him look so much younger.
So do you think the cat is what causes him to lose an eye?
Ooh, that would be funny.
I've been seeing memes on that all day long, so that's what made me think of it.
Yeah. Oh, that could be funny. Yeah, you know, I would be curious to see if they end up getting Nick Fury to lose an eye in this movie. That would be interesting. I think I love the fact, and I knew that they were going to do a Skrull and Kree type battle to this, which they kind of need to because Captain Marvel, that's kind of what her basis is. But I thought it was really kind of cool. The visuals of the Kree planet when they showed that, and they showed her getting her or getting powers of some sort, like getting the blood put into or the whatever. I don't even know what.
When they were almost quoting the $6 million man there.
Yes. Yep. That part. I thought that was really cool. Those visuals were really cool. So I'm excited to see what that is in the movie. I'm excited for this movie because I think the movie just looks I think it just looks good. I think this movie looks like Wonder Woman good.
I hope you're right. And I like Brie Larson. I like Samuel Jackson. I even like Jude Law, who's, so I think it's going to be good. I just don't think the trailer is doing it justice. And I don't know if it's because of certain pieces they don't want to give away.
I think that's some of it. I think they're hiding some of the things because the big thing with the Skrulls is that they're shapeshifters. And we never saw the Skrulls in the trailer.
Except for the old lady gets punched on the bus.
Yeah, the old lady gets punched, but even we haven't seen what a Skrull will look like. So I'm really curious to see if they reveal that here, like if they reveal that in the movie, or if it's a lot of people looking like something else.
And isn't Ronan supposed to be in this thing too? And he's not in the trailer.
Yeah, I feel like this trailer leaves a lot like you said, it's missing a lot. It feels like it's not giving you the full story. And I think that's what makes me more excited is that this just raises more questions than giving answers. And I think that's that's unusual for a Marvel trailer.
And if that's what they're doing, then I'm totally good with it.
Yeah. But we won't
Totally
know
good
that.
with it.
Yeah, we won't know that till we see the movie. And that's the hard
Yeah.
part.
Yeah. So if that's, if that's what they're trying to pull off, then well done, guys. Because now you're like, I have to see this movie because I don't know what the hell's going on. But, yeah, like I said, I'm still going to see it no matter what these trailers looked like.
Mm-hmm.
This trailer looks amazing. It's just not put together in a way that makes me go, oh my God, I got to see this now.
Yeah.
It's more like, hey, that's kind of cool. I can't wait to see what that's about.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
It's not like Guardians of the Galaxy's 2 trailer.
Yeah.
Where they play the chain from Fleetwood Mac. That is almost like the perfect movie trailer.
Yeah.
I bet we watched that thing 50 times and could not wait for that movie to come out because of that trailer. This one is more like, yeah, I'm getting kind of a sense of this. I like how everything looks. That's about it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm right there with you. I understand where you're coming from. I agree with you. I do feel that this has that unanswered questions vibe. Much different. I think that's much different than any of the Marvel trailers. Because even the Infinity War trailer, like, yes, there were things that weren't, that were, like, it didn't tell you the whole story, but watching the trailer didn't raise more questions than you already had.
Yeah.
Seeing where they go, where they take some of these different scenes, and if these scenes are even in the movie. I mean, there's a good chance that some of the scenes won't even be in the movie. They do that occasionally.
This is true.
So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I like the fact that this kind of goes back in time, I believe it takes place in the 80s. So, I mean, there could definitely be some. I'm curious to see what kind of tie-ins they have. Because they always have tie-ins within these movies. They always have little Easter eggs that connect the things together.
Right.
And with this one taking place in the 80s, it takes place before all of the Avenger movies, or before every movie that's been out, other than Captain America, the first one, the
First Avenger.
The first Avenger. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess that's the only one, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, maybe a flashback of, because I don't remember the date at which Peter Quill was stolen from, was.
Oh, that was in the 80s, yeah.
So, I mean, there might be something with that in there, which would be kind of cool.
Maybe that one.
I want to say it was, but I don't remember.
Yeah, but that would make Peter Quill pretty old.
I wouldn't. Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess they could say that he ages differently since his dad is a living planet.
Well, there's that, I guess. Yeah. I got nothing. I got nothing on that.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know.
All I know is I'm super pumped to see Avengers 4 on Friday.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get excited about Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And so far I'm not. Maybe it's because it's still March.
Right.
We still gotta. I'm more pumped about Aquaman at this point than I am anything else going forward. I know it's a different universe, but I'm still pumped about that one.
Yeah, well, and that one's a lot closer. So I mean, it could be that Captain Marvel gets a slow build up, and it could be that they're not really, that the trailer's there, and maybe there'll be another. Maybe we'll get a third trailer before March. I don't know.
Well, I hope so.
The
I hope it knocks my socks off.
Yeah, the marketing campaign for Captain Marvel's been pretty quiet up to this point, so I'd be really curious to see how much marketing blast they do, because Marvel really needs. It's kind of weird to say that Marvel needs this movie to be a success, but if they have so many other female like characters that I would love to see movies for. Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, I mean, just the ones that we've seen already. And it would be really disappointing if this movie doesn't do as well as everyone hopes it does and causes, some reservations about doing other female lead movies.
Well, I think it'll do. I think it'll do well. I think people will see it in droves.
Mm-hmm.
I just, like I said, I think the trailer could have been better, but I wonder if it's not because of the movie itself. It's more because of what they feel like they can't show us.
Yeah. Well, and I'm really curious. I mean, when the Avengers 4 trailer comes out, we don't really even know where that story's gonna go. I mean, how, like, is Captain Marvel gonna be in Avengers 4?
Well, on Brie Larson's IMDb page, untitled Avengers movie is in post-production.
So, yeah, and I mean, there's been a lot of people that have said, there's a lot of actors that have come out and said, yep, I'm in Fantastic Four. I'm in Avengers 4. So it's how much of it are they in it and what's that going to mean? I'd be really curious. I'm really excited to see what the Avengers 4 trailer does, and maybe that not only amps up Avengers 4, but that amps up Captain Marvel as well.
Yeah. Hope so.
I don't know. I don't know.
I hope so. And I don't mean to throw a wet blanket on the Captain Marvel trailer. Visually it's stunning.
Yeah.
But it's not one of those that gets my attention. That's not the word I'm looking for. It just doesn't hit me. Kind of like doesn't get the adrenaline pumping or anything like that. So
yeah.
It's not going to stop me from seeing it. That's for dang sure.
I get it. And I agree with you. I will definitely be seeing it. So, all right. I think that's good for this episode of a little bit of everything and a cool movie trailer. And we'll let us know in the comments what you guys think about doing this little trailer here, and if we get enough people that say they like it, maybe we'll try it again with Avengers 4 and maybe some of the other big movie trailers to come out, in the future. So I thought it was kind of cool being able to watch it. Maybe one of these times we'll do it where we'll do just a quick recording of it where neither one of us have seen the trailer yet and we're watching it for the first time.
Oh, reaction thing. I like it.
Yeah. Maybe we do that. So, lots of different ideas here.
Maybe we can Mystery Science Theater it.
Ooh, there we go. I can play with the volumes and turn the volumes down a little bit more on it. So, blowing out everything. All right. So, that's where we go into this standard issue stuff here. Check out our blog, geekvice.blogspot.com. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/geekvice. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then you can see cool things like the video we're doing for this podcast and the cool stuff we're doing for Geekvice Gaming, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see Kip playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on the YouTube channels. Easiest way to find it is go to our Facebook page. The left-hand side, click the YouTube button. It'll take you right to all the videos. It'll also allow you to jump right to YouTube's channel. So, really cool. Go check that out. You can also follow us on Twitter. You can follow that man over there at Kip Killigan. You can follow me at Geekvice. And if you go to our Twitter page now, you will see what I want for Christmas, and it is pretty
Hey.
awesome. I don't know where to find it, but I want it. So go check out our Twitter and go at Geekvice and go see what I want for Christmas. And of course, as always, you can reach us at email at geekvice@gmail.com. Thanks everyone for listening to our ramblings. We will see you next time.
Later.
This podcast is part of the Podcast Arcade Network.